Based on the previous situation, it is evident that children and students tend to imitate the behaviors or attitudes of another person, often someone they admire or interact with regularly, such as a parent, teacher, or peer. This action, known as modeling, is explained in Bandura's social cognitive theory. Albert Bandura, a renowned psychologist, developed this theory, which combined both associative learning and observational learning to explain behavior. His research on observational learning through experiments such as the Bobodal experiment shifted the focus on psychological theory from behaviorism to cognitive process. His theory emphasized four main components necessary for observational learning to occur, which are attention, retention, reproduction, and motivation. Based on the situation, the child have to pay attention to the behavior being modeled. Factors that influence attention include the child's interest in the behavior and the characteristic of the model, such as attractiveness and similarity. The similarity here refers to the extent to which the child perceives the model as being like themselves, such as similarities in age, gender, and interests. That's why children tend to mimic their peers' behavior. Next, the child must be able to remember the behavior they observe. This involves storing the information in memory so it can be retrieved later. The child must have the ability to reproduce or imitate the observed behavior. This means that the child has the physical capability and the skills necessary to perform the behavior. Lastly, the child must have a reason or motivation to imitate the behavior. This can be influenced by the rewards or punishments that they might get after performing the action. For instance, if the child gets scolded by her teacher for kicking the door, she is less likely to repeat the action due to the negative feedback. By combining these components, Bandura's social learning theory provides a comprehensive explanation of how children and students learn new behaviors through observation.
In Islamic perspective, learning based on observation can be related to Sunnah. All of our Islamic tradition that we are doing is based on our ancestor Islamic tradition. For example, Islam emphasizing learning from observing a model. Prophet Muhammad has always directed his companions and followers to learn Salat by observing him doing it. Al-Quran also mentioned about this in Surah Al-Anbiya, which means, "And we have not sent you, O Muhammad, except as a mercy to the world." Next, in Islam, parents also advised to show a good example to their children. Exemplary behavior is a crucial factor in education. The good or bad moral of a children depend greatly on the example set by their parents. According to Abdullah Nasir Unwan, this is because parents are the closest and the best example of their children, whom they will imitate in their action and manners, consciously or unconsciously. This example, whether in speech or deeds, material, spiritual, known or unknown, are imprinted in the soul and feeling of the children. No matter how pure and clean human nature is, no matter how good an educational system may be, it will not able to produce a good generation without exemplary behavior from the educator, which is the parents.